Okay, good morning everyone. So in the last tutorial we have already finished the basic breathing skeletons. But for this time we have to fix some of the problem right here. So let's take a look about your bones. Go to animal and let's take a look. First things, first things I hope you guys can change is that you can actually separate the bone between the arm bone and the shoulder bones. They don't have to be actually connected together, but you still can keep the offset between both of them. For the shoulder bone, the function of the shoulder bone is to keep the deformation of the model right here. And for the arm bone, we will use in this one to control the elbow and the movement of your arms. So for these two, actually, it's not necessary to to connect them together, but you can have the offset between these two bones. So that's the first thing. I hope you can try to do that. You can just keep offset. Okay. And second thing is right here. Remember this one. Right now, the hand bones and also the arm bone and our controller, actually they are separated. So how can we make the hand bone move with the arm? Actually, the sequence is just like this. So first thing is all the controller right here, they are actually follow the hand bone as the parents. And also for the controller right here, it follows the hand bones as the parents. And for the hand bone, it follows the controller as the parent. So the sequence is just like this. All the little controller, they follow the hand bone as the parents. And for the hand bone, it follows this one as the controller, as the parent. So basically, all the things right here, they choosing this one as the parent. Keep offset. Okay, choosing this one. And then this guy follow this one as a parent. Okay, so that's the idea. And for this one, because when we move this part, the protog is supposed to move follow your controller. So we will use this one as the parents. Okay, so that's the idea. And for here, remember this. Oh, for sure your foot is supposed to move follow with your leg. So first thing is this part, the protog is supposed to move follow your controller of your foot. So you set these two things as the parents and not connected but keep offset. For this one as well. Select this one, keep offset. Okay? And for these two, we need to follow this one as its parent. So Control P, keep offset. And for the protog of your leg, well, this one, just like the elbow right here, is supposed to move follow your controller. So you can choose this one and choose one later. The second can keep offset. Alright, so once you finish this idea, here is the root bone, and I created one more bone for control all of them. Here, all the things right here, let's suppose to follow, especially this for two. This one and this one and this one. They're supposed to follow the movement of your, well, you can make them follow these guys. So Control P, keep offset. Okay. And for the shoulders, right now the shoulder was separated. So actually we can create a relationship between the shoulder and the neck. So let's choose them. Control P, keep offset. So these two things you will follow the neck, and these two arm controller, it will follow the root bone. Okay. And for these two things, they just follow the overall root bone. And also for the root bone of the body, it will follow the overall root bone. So that's the idea. This is the highest level. This is the second level. And these four is the third level. Okay? And all the rest things let's just follow this way. So this is the order. A little bit complicated, but I hope you guys can understand. Alright, so once you finish this sequence, I will wipe out the note right here. Once you finish this sequence, let's start to do the rigging part. Let's take a look about our bone first. So now, as far as I can see, once I move, everything will move. And if I move this one, well, it moves fine. Okay, so that's the idea. And you can choose to join the head bone and the body bone for now, or you can do that later, it doesn't matter. And also, very important things, because all these controllers, they should not be assigned any kind of weight. So we have to select them first. Let's choose all of them. And hold on your auto key, go to here, uncheck the deform. Okay? Remember, you have to hold on your auto key. Otherwise, you only select one of them and uncheck this one. If you hold the auto key, you will uncheck all of them. Okay? So now all of them has been unchecked, the deformation sections. Alright, so now all these target, all these controller, they will not be assigned any weight of the from the model. And also right here, we can do some little change from here. It's very important because for this part, right now I have already rotated this little hand controller into 90 degrees. So basically they have the same axis just like the things right here. And if I would, and how to do that? Very easy. Just go to Edit Mode and go to the items, change the row degree. And if you change that one into the right position, it will seem like this. Now let's go to the pose mode. I want to make all this finger section follow the rotation of the first one. So which means for every one I have to do a copy rotation constraint right here. Okay, copy rotation constraint right here. So do I need to do that manually? Actually no. Let's try to do that again, and I will show you how to do that. In order to quickly copy the modifier right here, we can turn on a add-on. It was named copy interface copy attribute menu. So once you turn on this one, we select this one, select the target, Control C, and choosing copy selected constraint, and choosing copy rotation, click OK. Just repeat this operation. Control C, copy selected constraint, copy rotation, and choose OK. So for all the rest of the part, just do the same operations. So this part will copy the rotation of the first one. So what's the result? Let's take a look. Just using RZZ, rotate. So it will move that more smoothly because every finger, it will follow the movement of the first one. So the rotation will be even more better than before. Okay? So basically, I think the bone has pretty much finished. So don't forget to save your file. Let's repeat that again. First thing, you need to go to Edit Mode to change the parent relationship. For the hand part, all the little controller right here, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, they have to follow the hand bone as the parent. And for the hand bones, you have to follow the arm controller as the parent. Okay, so here is the sequence. But remember, all the things here, they are not connected. They are choosing Control P, keep offset. And for this one, per target, we need to make this one move with your controller. So we need to choose this one as a parent. Control P, keep offset. For this part, the shoulder is only for control the deformation of the shoulder model. So it doesn't have to connect it. So you can separate them and choosing Control P, keep offset. Okay? And for the hand part, that's the same things. For the pro target, it's supposed to move with your the foot controller. So just choosing this guy and choosing this one as the parent, keep offset. Once you finish this one, the foot controller is supposed to follow the leg controller. So let's choosing them and keep offset. Finally, once you finish this one, the pro target is supposed to move this one as well. So let's Control P, keep offset. So this is we can say this is the parent for all the leg part. So for these two, they just follow the root bones. And for the hand part, for these two, they just follow this one as the hand bone. Control P, keep offset. Okay. For the shoulder, you can make the neck bones as the parent for them. So once you finish this one, this one, the spine root bone supposed to follow the old root bone. So basically, you can create an effect like this, right? A little bit complicated, but just follow this order and you can understand how to set up the bones. So once you finish, let's start to deal with the model. Before we start the rigging, we need to apply the scale. Okay, Control A, apply the scale. Control A, apply the scale. Control A, apply the scale. So make sure all the scale they are in the proportion of 1 by 1 by 1, so they will not be distorted. And also, it's better for you to set the original point back to the 3D cursor, which means the original point, or just the geometry center. Both of them are work. Okay, so once you finish, let's start to do the rigging. Now we already unchecked the deformation, so it will not affect your model. Let's choosing the clothes and choosing the bones. You can choose all of them, but actually it doesn't matter. Choosing Ctrl P. If your center point of the model is not in the world center, it's better for you to choose in the Keep Transform first, and then Ctrl P with automatic weight. Okay, so it will not jump to another some weird place. For this one, well, probably I have already finished that part, fixed that part, so you can just directly choosing with automatic weight. It doesn't matter, it still works. But if it doesn't work for you, you can use Ctrl P, Keep Transform first, and then choosing the with automatic weight second. Alright, so I will do that in a very quick way. Let's finish this part first. Ctrl P with automatic weight. Ctrl P. And also for the hand, let's do the same thing. Okay, so I think I have already finished the rigging. How about the necktie? For the necktie, please try to do that by yourself. For the necktie, you can just create one more bones inside your skeleton, your amateurs, and you can use in, if you remember, we can use in the bending bones. Okay, we can use in the bending bone here, or you can just use in another IK bones to control your necktie. It's not that hard at all. So please try to do that by yourself. For now, I will temporarily hide that part. So let's take a look whether it works or not. If I move, well, it moves fine. And if I go to here, move your foot, well, it moves fine. And also, we can change this one, make this, well, it moves perfectly, right? And also, if I move the root bone, well, things will change. And if I move the hand bone, well, it works fine, but this part, it seems like a little problem, so we need to change that later. And how about this one? If I do that, press RZZ, well, it works perfectly, right? Perfectly. And let's rotate R x-axis, or RZZ, RXX. Okay, works perfectly. So now basically, RY, right, so it works perfect. Basically, I think it works fine. So the next part, the things we need to do is to fix the weight right here. Probably the clothes has been affected too much right here. So anyway, that's Auto G, move this one back. So now the things we need to change is the weight of the arm U right. So remember this name. So let's go to here, choosing this guy first, choosing this one second, choosing this one first, go to the wet pen, go to select the clothes and change the weight right here. We need to go to the draw and turn on the tools, choosing substrate. Usually it will be mixed, but this time I'm going to using substrate. So let's decrease the parameter right here. It doesn't have to affect they big. So let's just decrease. You can change the size of you can change the size of your radius. Okay, and also in order to make this part more smooth, I will using blur. It will be a little bit tricky because for this part, it's not that easy to make this part perfectly because this is a joint usually joints, it will be very easy be let's say intersected. So well, that's the things we have to overcome. Let's try to decrease more right here. Again, let's go to avert, blur. Okay, let's assume that we have finished this part, and let's take a look about the pose mode. Just move them inside. So it seems okay, but this part looks weird. What happened to his part? Do we? No, I think that's okay. Let's take a look again. Choose this one and go to here, wet pen. Okay, I see. So this one, because I didn't clean up the weight right here. And how can we get it? Okay, that right here. That's the weight. Let's clean up this part. Isolate it with pen. Okay. Okay, clean up. And for this part, let's try to blur again. Need to add again this part. We clean up too much things. Okay. It takes time to fix the texture make, and also inside Blender, if you didn't using any kind of let's say add-on, it will be a little bit tricky. But I prefer not to using the add-on, because add-on, once the software update, things will get weird. So let's use substrate again. Where is substrate? Oh, here. Okay, perfect. So now let's go back to object mode, show everything. Let's take a look. Pose mode. Okay, so now it moves fine. So how about the other part? Do we need to pen again? No, actually not. So remember this name, arm U right. So let's go to the model, go to vertex group. Let's copy this one. Copy vertex group. And then we can mirror this one, mirror vertex group. And we need to delete the original vertex group. The original one is, let's take a look, arm U left, this one. Let's copy its name. Okay, double click and you can Control C, copy its name, and delete this one. We don't need this one anymore. Let's just delete. Click the minus icon, and let's go to the bottom part. Rename this one. Okay, so now hopefully it will work. So let's go to the pose mode. Okay, and now let's take a look. Okay, it works fine. And how about the root bone? Yeah, it works fine as well. So basically this rigging has been finished. So now let's join the head bones and your body bone together. So this one will be done. Let's choose both of them, go to edit mode, choose this guy. I think we can choose it. Ctrl J for join. Sorry. Let's go to object mode. Ctrl J for join. Okay, something wrong here. Let's do it again. Ctrl J for join, using the body bone as the parent. So join them together. So now, but once you finish, if you go to edit mode, they are still separated. Okay, because right now we are just joining them together, but they don't have parent relationship. So let's choose this one as the son and the neck bone as the parents, as the mother. Control P and choosing connected. So now it will be affected by the neck bone. So let's go to edit mode, post mode, sorry. Now let's move, okay, perfectly. And let's move this one. This part is still a little tricky, so maybe you can fix that later by yourself. And let's rotate RYY. The problem of the Portag make this part follow with this one is that once you rotate this one, this will rotate as well. So sometimes if you rotate too much, well, it will get weird. Okay, but if you don't want to do that, we can do using another way. Go to edit mode. Just move these two things far away, and we can make this part. There's a new parent, keep offset. Okay, so now let's go to here. It will not move this one anymore, and it will not rotate based on the model. But this part is still weird. If you want to fix this one, probably we need to change the weight of this one, the shirt as well. Alright, anyway, let's try to finish this part. RYY rotations, and also RZZ for rotations. Okay, so basically this one works. And let's take a look about your face. This is for the mouth, and this is for smiling, and this is for angry, surprise, and angry face. Okay, so basically I think this one works fine. And but right now the bone looks super huge, so it will hidden our vision. So actually you can choose an offline, choosing the stick. I prefer to using stick. Okay, so this is the end of about how the region. So it's a bit complicated, but just try more and you can understand how to do that. Hopefully for the future we can just have some AI tool can help us to do the rigging in a very quick way. Right now we have max ammo, but max ammo is not a perfect tool. We can just do rigging in a very ordinary way. If you have some customized character, probably a character which has 8 legs or 8 arms, well, you cannot use max ammo. Also, we have Rigify. Of course, you can use Rigify, but if you're using Rigify, well, as far as you can see, it's just like max ammo. It only have some limited and also probably very banal bones. So it's not a perfect way to do rigging. But there are still some reference we can do. For example, as far as I can see, they add these two bones in right here. So what's the function for these two bones? These two bones is to control the deformations of the body. So it will not be affected by these two bones, by the arm bone. That's a very good way to do the rigging. So you can take this one as a reference, but I would not suggest you using the bone to control the face expression. Usually it will fail. Okay, so I think that's all for today. You can take a look about your model in the render mode. Right now I don't have any light, so let's create one light here. Let's choose a song. RXX. This one brighter. Okay. Choosing the area shadow, maybe 2000. So that's the result. Alright, so hopefully you will finish this one. So for the next time, we are going to set some pose inside our library, and we are ready to make animation. So thank you for watching. See you next time.